Alrighty then. Hello, everybody. So it looks like we have three people so far. So we'll wait a few more minutes to get a few people in. Hey, Woody. Hello. Hello. Well, that might be actually how the Japanese say it, because the Japanese, their L's and R's going to get reversed there. So, anyway, excuse me for a quick moment here. I'm good. Just finished a project. Oh, that's cool. Now, according to StreamYard here, it looks like we've got four people in here now. So we're getting a few people in here. As always, guys, of course, I do appreciate the likes and shares. It helps, helps with the algorithm, helps with getting more people in here. Hopefully, maybe we can get some more people in here to see the content. Maybe they'll be interested enough to keep coming by on a more regular basis. We're back down to three. hmm. Anyway, I'll be right back again. Sorry about this. Hey, Woody. Now we're back up to four again. uh, oh, so how is everybody doing tonight? I know that ATC was just telling me that he got a couple projects finished. Woody, you got anything interesting you want to tell us? I know we have a fourth person in here. You can feel free to chime in at any point if you'd like. I'm always happy to have company. All right, excuse me for one more. Oh, let's see. So, we're just after the 3 minute mark. So, um, wait to see if we can. Now it's climbing a bit. We got five people in here now. That's cool. Let's see how many more we might end up having in here. Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. Had a good day today. I know some of you it's already pretty late in the night. Hello, Action Toys. I got nothing. I sit around the house all day, muttering to myself. Hello, mother. Hello, father. It's Jank here at Camp Granada, and all the everyone just hopes for is that the rain just goes away. And I know I'm not getting the words right, but who cares as long as we don't fight? It's all about having fun. And maybe if for those who are lucky to snuggle with their hun. Yes, I know I butchered the song because I don't know all the words. The only words I know are "Hello, mother," "Hello, father." But but my rendition, I think I made it a little more fun at least. uh, hmm. All right, let's see. So we're just past the 5 minute mark. We've got five people in here now, so I guess I can kind of go over a little bit about what's going to be on tap for tonight. Um, I got 6 stories tonight. Start off with a little profile piece on another super pet, not Crypto, super dog, but Topo the octopus, Aquaman's super pet. We'll be finding out a little bit more about him. Couple follow up stories to that X-Men vote story that we covered yesterday. Um, also, let's see. So, three, two, one. So, got a couple anime stories, including how Demon Slayer got Studio Ufotable more recognition, more recognition on the mainstream anime map. Um, some criticism about the Berserker reboot, and some classic kids WB cartoons going to HBO Max. So that's what's on tap for tonight. How about Mike? Got Jeremiah sing along. How about that's cool. The Alan Sherman classic. Uh, yeah. I guess Alan Sherman's the guy that actually came up with that song. Sorry guys, I gotta go off camera for one more time here. Okay, well anyway, that looked like we lost somebody. Sorry about that. I just thought of something too. To their toys. Jeremiah, if he's your youngest son, you let him stay up because I know when I start, it's like 10 o'clock where you're at. You let him stay up that late? I'm just kind of curious there. Just if he's like what 8 years old or something like that. Usually, most 8 year olds I know of are usually in bed by 10. But not that there's any problem with it. It's your child. You raise him how you want. Just curious. Hmm. Oh, anyways, let's see. 8:32. So yeah, he is. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So 8:55. Let's see. I'll wait till about the 10-minute mark, then I'll probably get going on the stories here. Get get it more set up here. Okay. I'm already past 9.5 minute mark here, so okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so Aquaman. Forget crypto. The best super pet is Topo the octopus. Now, Topo was, I think, more prevalent. Okay, here's what probably a lot of people probably don't know or realize. Aquaman, now everybody knows that Superman. Let me preface this article by saying this. Everybody knows that Superman, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman had basically Golden Age Earth 2 versions and Silver Age Earth 1 versions of themselves, and as well as post Crisis. Okay, um, there are probably a lot of people who also know that Green Arrow had a Golden Age and Silver Age version as well, because the Golden Age version of Green Arrow was part of the Seven Soldiers of Victory, and the Silver Age, of course, was one of he wasn't one of the founding members, but he was one of the earlier members of the Justice League. Well, Aquaman also had two different versions. He had a Earth 2 version or Golden Age version and a Silver Age Earth 1 version. Okay, um, and his Earth 2 version was the one that had Topo the Octopus, and I think they brought him back in post Crisis as well. Um, Topo was not included as part of his Silver Age or Earth 1 package, but Earth 2 Aquaman did have a super pet known as Topo the Octopus. So, from the very early days of when he appeared in More Fun Comics and then eventually Adventure Comics. So, with that little precursor out of the way, let's get to the article here, just so you guys had the background a little bit there. Aquaman has the ability to control and talk to sea creatures, but he leaves his most special task to his trustworthy super pet Topo the Octopus. He got Topo right there, bringing him some plates of food and stuff. Okay. Aquaman has captured the hearts of DC fans for the past 70 years. So basically, since well, 70 years, so it'd be 1951, but he was even there a little earlier than that. So, but his faithful octopus Topo has fallen into relative obscurity. While there have been multiple iterations of a mollusk character named Topo, um, none have played a vital role in the Aqua family's life as much as the original version that appeared near the end of the golden age of comics. And even though that age had several DC super pets, Topo's above average abilities and intelligence make him a super pet superior to all others. Topo's first appearance dates back to a story in 1956's Adventure Comics number 229, which was published in 1956. He was created by Aquaman artist Ramona Frandon, who is famously known as the co-creator of Aqualad. Topo was born in or nearby the undersea city of Atlantis. After his initial appearance, he quickly became Aquaman's favorite pet, often appearing to help him subdue villains and tackle obstacles which his owner needed his eight-limbed assistance. When not assisting the king of the seven seas in the field or ocean, Topo was most often seen taking care of Aquaman's child, Aquababy. Um, so maybe he was part of the Silver Age as well. So, because Aquababy was actually more of a Silver Age character. His Golden Age version never married. Um, a lot of the supporting cast we know of in Aquaman, including Mera, Aqualad, Garth, Aquababy, um, Volko, or Ocean Master, Black Manta, all those characters are more Silver Age. Um, he was more of a loner in the Golden Age. Um, let's see, let's see. Let's see. With 8 limbs and above average in intellect and love for Aquaman, Tobo was the ideal candidate to watch over the royal couple's beloved child. While Topo was often pictured watching over the Aqua family's youngest member, he also possesses a slew of hidden talents. And then here's nice going, Tobo. You're the best man. I mean fish. Friday. Um, Captain Caruso could have from I guess one of the stories that he was involved in. Okay. The original Topo did not spend all of his time helping around the Aqua House. He was often out on adventures with Arthur Curry, putting his many talents to the test. Aquaman trained Topo in a multitude of specialties to prepare him for any task the Atlantean might throw his way. Now, mind you, the original Topo, as I said, was part of the Golden Age. Golden Age version of Aquaman was more of a loner. It was stated later he was a part of the All Star Squadron, which was an even bigger super team than the Justice Society during the Golden Age. Um, but other than that, it wasn't like Aquaman was a part of any of the superhero teams beyond that. Like he wasn't part of Justice Society or Seven Soldiers or Victory or anything like that. He was for the most part in the Golden Age mostly a solo hero. Very rare. I think he it was like very unlike in the Silver Age. Many of the heroes did not necessarily cross paths with one another unless you had the team ups like in All Star Comics when the members of the Justice Society met or the Seven Soldiers of Victory adventures and early stories of leading comics or much later the All Star Squadron. So um, let's see, moving on here. In his early days, he had seen shooting 4 different bows um, at one time. Of course, that shouldn't be surprising. He's got 8 arms after all. Um, a trick Aquaman claims he taught him years ago. It is theorized that did not only it is theorized that not only did Aquaman teach Topo this trick, but that Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow, also assisted in his training. Again, maybe on Earth 2. I don't think they cross paths on Earth, or I'm sorry, on Earth 1. I don't think they cross paths on Earth 2. In addition to sharpshooting, Topo is also a talented musician. Um, he is seen playing multiple instruments at once and knows songs such as Happy Birthday. Man, this is a well trained octopus. Uh, um, let's see. Um, he is seen playing multiple instruments. Oh, wait. Okay. We already read that. Not only can he sing, but he can also groove to any beat, um, as he can be seen dancing with Aqualad during spectacles put on by the Atlantean royal family. He has near perfect telepathy with Aquaman that he uses to help interrogate enemies of the sea. Um, he does this by wrapping his tentacles around the perpetrator and signals to Aquaman whenever there is a slight change in the suspect's body movements. Okay, that's interesting. See if you guys are saying anything yet. I guess not. Hmm. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the story here. Let's see. We're down to 3 people now. Okay. Let's see. With all of these talents, it's not surprising that Topo popped up in a brief cameo in the DCEU movie Aquaman. In the panoramic scene showing the arena atmosphere before the Trident showdown between Arthur Curry and his half brother King Orm, the Ocean Master. The camera pauses for a couple of seconds on a drum playing octopus, who is none other than Topo. While he does not interact directly with Aquaman in the story, this leaves an opportunity for him to play a bigger role in the upcoming sequel. And there's another scene right there. Another, probably from one of the comic things. Excuse me for a quick moment, guys, while I go off camera. Guess you guys are all talked out from last night, huh? Uh, there have been 2 other iterations of Topo in Aquaman comics over the years. Both of these are quite different from the original Super Pet. An anthropomorphic version appears in Aquaman's Sword of Atlantis in the New 52 era. Topo was reintroduced in 2013's Aquaman number 19 by Jeff Jones and Paul Pelletier, um, appearing when summoned by Aquaman as a giant octopus crab hybrid. Aquaman uses his full telepathic abilities to control Topo to destroy the Scavenger and his fleet of submarines. While um, while this proves successful, the strain of controlling Topo causes Aquaman to lose his consciousness. Topo holds a special place in Aquaman's history and has the potential to play a larger role in the DCEU. Um, while there has been no mention of him playing a role in an upcoming animated movie, DC Super Pets, due in May of 2022, there is still hope that it may appear in the Aquaman sequel, which is set to release in December of 2022. There we go. That was that for that story. This next one here in a sec. See anything new being said? I hope that goes well. He doesn't normally miss a show. Yeah, I mean he very rarely misses. Like last couple weeks, he's missed maybe Tuesday and or Wednesday, but But I also know he goes out and he goes to his family sometimes on Tuesday night, so that's why he wasn't probably here last night. I don't believe so. Um, just enjoying the show, Mike. Okay. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alrighty then. So here we go. So we're at the 20-minute mark. So we're probably still doing good on time here. So here's the next story. This is one of the two follow-ups to a story we started last night with about the X-Men voting and stuff like that. So X-Men encourages fans to make their voices heard with character voting graphics. So let's see what this says. The Krakoan polls are officially open, and fans can vote on which 10 mutants they would like to see join Marvel's latest iteration of the X-Men. And we did kind of talk quite a bit about that list. I went over it a little bit to kind of familiarize you guys the characters, at least with what I knew about them. So, sorry, my nose keeps tripping, so that's why I gotta keep going off here. Sorry, guys. Be right back again. It seems everyone's late tonight. Well, I know. Well, I also know that Tim Pool is streaming as well, so back maybe over there watching um his thing. Yeah, I haven't heard that one yet, but then are mutants really genetically challenged though? You know, as I recall from the X-Men the animated series cartoon, I remember one line that Magneto had said in it at one point was, you know, mutants aren't homo. Well, I'm paraphrasing here. Mutants aren't Homo sapien; they're Homo superior. So, and what I mean by Homo is the genus term, the scientific genus term, not the socially colloquial term. So, like as human beings, we're all Homo sapiens. Okay, in the real world, but in the realm of um, Marvel Comics, those with the mutant gene are Homo superior. I thought the mutants were genetically superior. Yeah, the point I just made. Uh, so, anyways, as we continue on with the article here, the X-Men are encouraging fans to let their voices be heard in an upcoming fan vote to select the final member of the first X-Men team of the Krakoan era. 10 mutants are on the final ballot, with Marvel releasing graphic cards to support fan campaigns. The character and I voted cards each feature one of the 10 X-Men fans can vote on by going to marvel.com X-Men vote. Backslash X-Men vote. Um, Fans can cast their votes for Banshee, and I went through all these yesterday. So Banshee, Polaris, Forge, Boom Boom, Tempo, Cannonball, Sunspot, Strong Guy, Marrow, and Armor. Um, you can take a look at the X-Men below and share your vote and campaign for your favorite X-Men using the hashtag X-Men vote on social media. Marvel promises to provide readers with regular updates on the Krakoan polls through its social media channels. X-Men ballot nominations. Who will be elected to the X-Men? Vote now at marvel.com/X-Men voting. Here's Banshee. Acoustic kinesis. I guess that's the official word for it. Basically, he gives that Banshee scream of his. It's this Polaris. Manipulation of magnetic fields. Forge. Intuitive genius mechanical. Mechanical intuitive genius. Boom boom. Concussive force time bombs. Tempo. Um, chronokinesis flight. Um, chronokinesis, which would imply chronokinesis would basically be the ability to move time, I guess. Chrono is the Greek word for time, kinesis, the Greek word for movement. So time movement, basically. Um, Mike, don't forget the stream legs around 30 seconds behind. Well, I didn't realize that, but uh, I'm hoping you guys are still keeping up though on a lot of this stuff. Let's see. Cannonball. Propulsion thermochemical energy field. Essentially, he can launch himself like a cannonball, is basically how that's to be interpreted. Sunspot. Absorption and rechanneling of solar radiation. Strong guy. Absorption of kinetic energy. Basically, anything you throw at him, he can absorb it and direct it right back at you. That's basically what that is. Um, Sorry, excuse me one more time, guys. I gotta go camera again here. All right. Still at three people. Looks like. All right. Marrow. Hyper accelerated metabolism. Weaponized accelerated bone growth. Again, basically this is the comic character that Spike from X-Men Evolution was kind of based on. Um, if you guys remember Spike from X-Men Evolution, Marrow was who he was kind of inspired by. I basically why they simply didn't put Marrow in X-Men. Well, maybe because Marrow ended up being part of the Morlocks. That was probably why. Um, and of course, Spike eventually did go to the Morlocks, but armor, exoskeleton, psionic exoskeleton. So she basically has the ability to create kind of a exoskeleton with her mind. I guess is how that would be interpreted. Official voting opened at 12 a.m. Eastern on January 27 and runs to 11:59 Eastern, 11:59 p.m. Eastern on February 2nd. Election results, along with the full X-Men team, will be unveiled during the Hellfire Gala in June's X-Men family of books. Um, the company reiterates that each person can only vote once, so make sure to make your choice carefully. Marvel insiders who participate in the X-Men election will also earn points to redeem for rewards. So I'm guessing X-Men insiders or Marvel insiders, maybe that's like a special club that those who subscribe to Marvel belong to, that, if they're on that insider tier, they, get special prizes, special bonuses and all that. That's what I would interpret that as. Um Marvel insiders will also be eligible to enter into the Marvel Insider drawn into X-Men Hellfire Gala sweepstakes, starting February 3rd until February 14th, for a chance to attend the Hellfire Gala itself by being drawn into a Marvel comic Marvel comic book. More information on how to enter will be provided in the coming days. X-Men I voted for. I voted for Banshee. Cast your vote for a new member of the X-Men at xmen.com. X-Men vote. I voted for Polaris. Cast your vote. Blah, blah, blah. I voted for Forge. I voted for Boom Boom. I voted for Tempo. I voted for Cannonball. I voted for Sunspot. I voted for Strong Guy. I voted for Marrow. I voted for Armor. Anything interesting being said since I last came in? Woody, I thought. Okay, let's see. Hey, Batgoat, what up, y'all? Just got in from trivia. We'll be okay. So you're back to going to your trivia nights, Batgoat. That's cool. Yeah, we talked a little bit about Topo the Octopus earlier, and then we're right now kind of doing some follow ups to the X-Men story we covered yesterday about the vote for the last member of the Krakoan X-Men team. So let's see. Each X-Men has been a part of various teams over the years, such as X Factor, which I believe Polaris and Strong Guy have been a part of. New Mutants and even core X-Men teams. Banshee, Polaris, Forge, Boom Boom, Cannonball, Sunspot, and Armor have made numerous appearances throughout the Dawn of X period, with Tempo, Strong Guy, and Marrow included as surprising additions to the vote. However, any X-Men fan knows that each character has a dedicated fan base, so it wouldn't be surprising to see an underdog run away with the voting. X-Men number 16 introduced the concept of the X-Men holding a democratic vote to elect who would represent the people of Krakoa. Jean Grey and Cyclops are spearheading the movement after the fallout from X of Swords, with Jean Grey stepping down from her position on the Quiet Council. X-Men number 17 is currently on sale for Marvel Comics. Fans can vote on the final member of the new X-Men team at marvel.com backslash X-Men vote. Oh. Sweet. How did your team do, Batco? Still says we only got 3 people in here. Uh, always, guys. I always appreciate the likes and the shares. It helps get the word out, and also helps get more people in here. So um, anyways, so with that being said and done, let's move on to the next story. Of the 6 stories, we had half of them that are comic based tonight. 3 of them. Here's the other X-Men story. Hashtag X-Men vote is trending on Twitter. Here's why. So a little Marvel Comics Twitter news there. A little SJW soup to be um, barfed up. uh, so let's go ahead and read this article. Hashtag X-Men vote has begun trending on Twitter as fans cast their vote for the final member of the Mutant Heroes new roster for the Reign of X initiative. Guess that's the name of the storyline. Fans are casting their vote for the final member of the new roster of X-Men, which has led to hashtag X-Men vote trending on Twitter. Marvel launched an official voting site on January 27th, which is today, which features 10 mutants, including fan favorites such as Polaris and Armor, and obscure mutants like Strong Guy and Tempo. The process will last until midnight Eastern, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. On February 2nd, fans can only cast one vote for one mutant. And then here is, I guess, trending in the United States from Twitter here. Hashtag X-Men vote. Fans are casting their vote for their favorite mutant superhero to help determine who will be the new member of the X-Men. Okay. In 2021, Mutant Kind will be selecting the first X-Men team of the Krakoan Age. And you are invited to take part in the election. Marvel's fan vote will be 100% responsible for the determination of the final member of its inaugural team. So choose wisely, as your choice will have an everlasting effect on the future of X-Men and the world at large. Marvel wrote fans were also encouraged to share their vote using the hashtag X-Men vote hashtag, with many explaining their choices in the process. During the fallout from X of Swords, Cyclops told Magneto and Professor X that he intended to reform the X-Men. His wife, Jean Grey, supported him, stepping down from the Quiet Council in the process. Cyclops is currently holding a vote on Krakoa to form the newest team of X-Men. Though members of the Quiet Council are exempt from the process, the new roster of X-Men is slated to be unveiled at the Hellfire Gala, which will take place sometime in 2021. And that's it for that article. That one was a pretty short one, pretty quick, short one. Let's see how we're doing on time here to see what everybody's saying here thus far. It's still showing three people here on. Uh, um, I would think it's now up to four. It should be now up to four. So 45 minutes into this. So let's see what you guys are saying here. We stunk up the joint. Took second in the second game, but wow, what a trash performance. But Lavala, it's cool. It been on a break, so it's all good. Yeah, I mean it's kind of when you've been away for so long. Sometimes it takes a little time to get the rust all off and get back into the swing of things. Um, Release the Krakoan. Yeah, excuse me a moment, guys. Release the Krakoan. Anyway, so 47 minutes. Oh, here we go. So, all right, so let's see now. Kenny tells pipe workers to learn to code. I mean, make solar panels. Kraken's empty weight. We're not talking about rum, are we? All right. Well, before I get to the next, so aside from, of course, trivia night there, Batgoat, how'd your day go today? Did you have aside from trivia, did you have anything else going on that you want to tell everybody about? Oh, we're down to two people now. Now I'm still kind of sick. Not much going on. Yes, I guess you're staying home. Oh, I didn't even realize you were sick though. Um, I do know you said you were feeling kind of down the other day, but just rest up as best you can. I hope you're at least still going to be here, hanging out and stuff. So, let's see. Yeah, why does it say only two people in here now? I know there's more than two of us in here. Now it says one for some reason. Ah, hmm. Solid. Anyways, let's give it a few. Hmm. Anonymity. Let's see. Hey, hey, just getting home. How's it going? Hey, anonymity. We've already been through like um 4 stories already. Um, ain't on. Hey, hey, bat goat. Oh yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I'm from. All right. So, anyway, so we're now past the 52-minute mark. So let's continue on stories here. We're now getting into. Actually, we've been through 3 stories, not 4. So we're about to start our 4th story here. How Demon Slayer put Studio Ufotable on the mainstream anime map. Now, I do know that I think it was Studio Ufotable who also did Ninja Nonsense as well a few years ago. So, but here we go. While mostly known for adapting games and light novels, anime studio Ufotable became a worldwide phenomenon with its work on Demon Slayer. There's Tanjiro and Nezuko right there. Um, with the massive success of Demon Slayer, animation company Ufotable um, has become well known in the anime community. While the company isn't by any means new, having animated the Fate series and several anime adaptations of the Tales of series, um, it has seen increased popularity for how it handled the Demon Slayer anime and movie. The latter has even broken records for Japan's highest grossing film, a title previously held by Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away, which I think we did cover that story, what was it, a few weeks ago, a month ago? Let's see. I think YouTube is acting up. Well, it's also showing up as only 2 on StreamYards too. Action Toys, it's the only thing. Even in Action Toys, it always does this. The count is never right when it's under 5. Yeah. UFO, UFO table is how I say it. It yeah. Well, I remember. I think they did the Ninja Nonsense series but they also reminded me here that they also were involved in the Fate series as well. So UFO table. Solid here. Anonymity, action toys, and well, hey. Hey, Solid, you're here. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Solid. Even Solid. Yeah, because I was thinking about it recently. I think in terms of the regulars now, we actually, counting myself, I think we have like 7 people who are here almost basically every night. Um, Bat Goat, Woody, um, ATC, Anon, Leto, and Solid. You six are basically the guys who are here pretty much almost every night. So thank you for that. Um, so anyways, let's get back to the story here and continue on here. Ufotable was founded in Nakano, Tokyo in October of 2000 by former employees of Telecom Animation Film led by Hikaru Kondo. Kondo. Um, while the company had steady output for several years in the form of collaborations and in-betweens for some series, it wouldn't be until 2007's The Garden of Sinners that Ufotable would break into the mainstream. Not only did the company become known for its detailed animation, but also for its use of claymation um, for some scenes, such as the tales of Symphonia and the Garden of Sinners. Here's a graphic from the Garden of Sinners. The company started with 90 staff members, but as of 2016, the number has increased to 200. So wow, 4.5 times, or oh wait, no, wow, just over 2 times as many. They more than doubled their employee count. Hmm. The let's see, the staff um, would be split between 2 buildings and have a subsidiary in Tokushima Prefecture. Not only did Ufotable provide animation for TV series, but it also provided cutscenes for games like Fate Stay Night and Black Rock Shooter, the game. The quality of its production stems from doing few projects while using in house staff to animate, much like Kyoto Animation. Usually, companies focus on producing as many shows as possible, relying on freelance and overtime to meet tight schedules. Doing this causes inconsistency in animation quality and style while keeping projects in house ensures a more cohesive look to the animation. Ufotable also incorporates a more CG into their works than other studios, blending 2D animation with 3D to create more dynamic shots. Let's see if you guys are saying anything. We're past the hour mark here, so so anyways. Despite Demon Slayer doing so well, Hikaru Konda, I guess here it's now they're now saying it's Konda, not Kondo, or and Ufotable were investigated for tax evasion. It was found that the studio owed over 400 million yen, about 3.85 million US dollars, in taxes. And in 2020, Kondo was charged for not paying 139 million yen, about 1.28 million US dollars, in taxes. He and the studio were charged under the Corporation Tax Act and the Consumption Tax Act, and the company released a public apology statement. Um, in spite of the financial woes, Ufotable is still highly praised for its handling of Demon Slayer and its source material. It was the studio's first shonen battle series, um, a major change from the usual light novel and game adaptations. Um, the animation for the fight scenes has been praised for its clean, colorful, and dynamic action sequences. It also didn't shy away from showing the characters as they were written or take away from their personalities to try to cater to anime fans. It left them as they were, and that works to its benefit. Too many times, studios try to cut corners and appeal to certain types of fans, but Ufotable told a story in a way that paid homage to the to the original source material. The success of the movie proves that the studio is capable of great things, and that it is a model of work production is beneficial, um, both financially and stylistically. Ufotable um, was able to take a story in a more niche medium and make it accessible to a larger audience. I believe that's all for that story. Yep, you guys are saying it. Leto's here. Yay, Leto. Uh, Packing up some gelato cake, that goat. Um, nice. I want gelato. Now you doing Redfield? How you doing Redfield? Um, hey Mike, Toys, Woody, Batco, Anon. How are you? How are y'all? All right. You missed like four stories already, my friend. We went through some comic stories, and as the first, we just did the Demon Slayer story, Ufotable. Um, Leto, good to see you. Also, sorry if I don't talk much today. Heading to work, but I'll be listening. All right, as always, you know that. Hey, Batgoat. Uh, hey, BYB. Um, hey, hey, evening, Batgoat. Or evening, Leto. Hey, Leto. uh, hey, dude. Hey, evening. Hey, I'm solid. Hey, toys. And as always, guys, I do appreciate the likes and shares. Um, I'm gonna I do appreciate the likes and the shares, guys. That does help get more people in here and stuff. So um, I'm gonna I'm gonna try something. The stream may go out a little bit real quick because I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna try to refresh the stream. So the stream may go out for a quick moment here. So I just wanted to see if by refreshing it, it might correct the number. No, it still says only 3 people, even though StreamYard is saying 4. So no, I'm late. Except MU day off. Okay, so well, StreamYard's saying 4, but YouTube is still saying that we know YouTube. Well, YouTube's now saying 4 finally. After I and I've got like 6 likes. So I know it says 7, but I think the computer gave me a like during give me an extra like during the stream. So, anyways, so let's now it says 3 again. Oh, anyways. As we prepare to get to the next story here, as I get to it, there we go. This is the other anime story that kind of caught my attention tonight. How Berserk's disastrous reboot soured anime fans on CG animation. So, Leto's the latest and gayest. I'd share, but I'm on my mobile, so it's more. Yeah, I understand, but yeah, it is usually more difficult if you try to do it from a phone. I think. Um. Oh, anyways, well, we haven't heard from Woody in a while, so maybe he stepped away. But there's still got to be more than 3 people in here. I know that much. So, without no further ado, let's get going on this one. How Berserk's disastrous reboot soured anime fans on CG animation. Berserk's 2016 anime adaptation combined 2D and CG animation, but the awful quality made what should have been a knockout into a laughing stock. Yeah, the original Berserk from back in I think it was '97 or '98 or something like that. That was a good one. It was pretty gritty. It was the animation was pretty crisp, pretty gritty, crisp. Um, let's see. Um, Anime is usually highly regarded for its animation and detailed art styles. However, sometimes this art quality goes down the hill tremendously once CGI is involved, likely due to its infrequent use in anime. CGI is usually notoriously low in quality when it shows up in most series. It can likewise be a sign of a cheap, altogether low effort production when it's used to animate the entire series. Perhaps no recent show is a better example of this than the 2016 version of Berserk. This second anime adaptation of the revered manga combined 2D and 3D animation, but the low quality of the latter quickly made that what should have been an instant classic into a laughing stock. Here's how CGI made 2016's Berserk into a self parody. I guess here's an example of the Blu-ray versus a TV version, I guess. The CGI throughout the Berserk reboot is sadly, hilariously stilted and stiff, be it characters in motion or simple scenes where they exchange dialogue. Um, the main character, Guts, is animated so that his eyes, his closed eye, looks shut in in a constant state of constipated aggression. Aggression. Constipated aggression. Oh my god. Constipated aggression. Okay. Ah, you guys have any idea why that sounds so funny? Constipated aggression. You guys have any idea why that sounds so funny? Oh man, constipated aggression. That's nothing like ruthless aggression of Vince McMahon, but constipated aggression. Oh my! You know what that's? Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Okay. Nobody's responding to that. Okay, fine. I think we all get the joke. Hopefully, um, while his mouth movements are so basic, they're Muppet-like. Perhaps the most infamous example has his walking away from a group of people while talking, as you can see above. Um, Not only has his mouth animation been compared to South Park, but his walking more so resembles him being literally scooted out of the frame bit by bit. Um, Later releases of the series would slightly improve the animation for this scene in particular, but the damage to the show's reputation had already been done. The animation's constant switching from a more traditional cell shading to CGI is never fluid, with the poor quality of the CGI making it even more jarring. Um, Said animation would fit right in with an early PlayStation 2 era game, but not in the nostalgic sort of way. This makes even the action sequences god awful, with what should be fast paced fights ending up slow, clunky, and anything but exciting. Yeah, my reaction to the whole constipated aggression bit there, Anon. Other examples of how horrendous the animation can include a scene in which a monster grabs another creature by the head before transforming its arms into a claw and crushing said head. Um, the scene is almost painfully comical, especially since it's part of such a serious series. The animation would likely have looked bad in an early CGI series like Reboot, or at least would not have aged well like Reboot. Um, with it being part of a show from 2016, though, even the best writing and voice acting um, couldn't have saved it. Unfortunately for 2016's Berserk, the rest of the show isn't particularly up to snuff either. As previously mentioned, the action is boring at best, laughable at worst, because of how moribund the animation quality is. Um, Likewise, the pacing is all over the place, feeling at times more like a random collection of scenes from a manga than a cohesive story. Even the voice acting, which is fine, is hampered um, by being paired with such an awful looking show. Some of the scenes involving more traditional animation, such as when the characters are walking under a bridge, also have strained and unnatural movement. Fans and professional critics alike have been largely mixed on the series as a whole, with the animation being one of the main points of complaint. Many have noted how even the show's best moments can't be fully appreciated due to how ugly everything is. The 2016 Berserk release was also at a time of similarity cheap looking anime releases proliferating streaming services. This era at the dawn of the more CGI in anime has created a negative zeitgeist um, around CGI in anime, making it an un, excuse me, unpardonable sin with most who see it, unfortunately rejecting it altogether. Let's see. Oof, nine. Oof, nine. Oof. Yeah. I mean, I still can't get over that one phrase. Constipated aggression. Man. Oh man, yeah. I constipated aggression. So, anyways, let's get out of here. So we've got one last story to look at, which is in the TV section here. Caught my attention earlier. And it's this one right here. And we're at an hour and 20-minute mark, so at least we were able to make some good time there. Um, okay, so here's the last main story of the night here. Static Shock and multiple Batman shows hit HBO Max in February. HBO Max has unveiled its list of upcoming TV shows and films for February, which includes complete runs of Static Shock and Justice League. So it looks like they're bringing a lot of the DCAU shows to HBO Max. HBO Max will soon be seeing an infusion of new TV shows and films, including the complete runs of Static Shock and Justice League. Justice League and Justice League Unlimited will be available to stream starting on February 1st, while Static Shock will arrive on the service February 15th. Other DC Comics based shows and films slated to debut on HBO Max include Batman Brave and the Bold plus Aquaman on February 5th and The Batman on February 15th. HBO Max will also see a pair of same day premieres in February as part of the Warner Brothers plan to release its 2021 slate of films simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max. Those films include Judas and the Black Messiah, which premieres on February 12th, Tom and Jerry on Tom and Jerry on February 26th. Another DC Comics film is part of this slate, as The Suicide Squad will premiere on August 6, 2021. Um, Static Shock is based on the Milestone Media comic of the same name and centers around teenager Virgil Hawkins after he gains electromagnetic power abilities from an accident called Big Bang. Virgil adopts the persona of Static to protect his hometown of Dakota from all manner of threats. A live action Static Shock film currently in development at Warner Brothers, with Michael B. Jordan producing through its Outline Society banner. And that's it for that one. So that one went pretty quick as well. So there we go. Oh, that's it for a lot of the main stories tonight. How's everybody doing? I know you guys have been pretty quiet tonight. I got my Auto 9 down, and someone sent me a link to a better one. Lava kind of took that a little personally. So apparently, GameStop and AMC stocks. Um, well, yeah, I heard GameStop really was going sky high on their stocks are going sky high. But aside from that, Wall Street's apparently panicking over stuff that Joe Biden's doing. Did GameStop finally die? Actually, no, they didn't die. Actually, if anything, GameStop, their stock just shot up in the last couple days here, from what I've heard. I like Michael B. Jordan. Check out Wall Street. Um, that's Reddit. Let's see. All right, actually. Their stock went from $4 to over 290 or something. Yeah, we had a big jump. They're the worst people to work for from what I hear. Yeah. Yeah, so we're coming up on an hour and a half. Yeah, we're like hour 25, hour 26. Let's see. How about that? I bet GameStop topped off their value with their tech trades. It will crash hard. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, unless there's anything you really want to talk more about, if you guys are ready, we can do this day in each history and start wrapping up. Unless there's something else that maybe you guys wanted to talk about or get a conversation going on. I'm going for AMC. Screw it. Niche it up. All right. Okay. So, all right. So I guess I'll go ahead and niche it up then. Today is Wednesday, January the 27th, 2021. So let's take a look back on this day in niche history. Let me just do some things real quick here. Yeah. Okay. So we're ready to go here. So without no further, well, let's see. That doesn't actually. Deaf the floor workers are like where golden our jobs are safe. CEOs are selling their stock as we speak. They sell the company out within the year before the stock drops again. Hmm. Yeah. So okay. So let's get ready. It's today being um today being Wednesday, January 27th. Let's take a look back at this day. Niche history. See what's happened. This day in niche history. So first off here, we go back 40 years ago today. On this date, 40 years ago today, Roddy Piper would defeat Ric Flair in Greensboro, North Carolina for the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship. Now, this is the WWE United States Heavyweight Championship. It started out as the Mid-Atlantic version of the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship, eventually becoming the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship. It's currently the WWE United States Championship, which it bought the rights to when WWE bought WCW. So on this date 40 years ago today, Roddy Piper would win the Mid Atlantic version of the NWA United States Heavyweight Championship from Ric Flair. And I believe by this point it had become the sole United States heavyweight championship within the within the NWA, as both San Francisco and Detroit by this point in time had ceased operations, and their versions of the United States heavyweight championship had been retired. So, Egypt King. Each king is bestowing his wisdom, people. Hmm. So, anyways, with that being said, let's move on to the next bit of niche history here. As our next up will be about halfway in between the last one and now, as 20 years ago today, on this date, 20 years ago today, the Zeta Project debuted on Kids WB. On this date, 20 years ago today, in 2001, the Zeta Project would debut on Kids WB. So that happened on this date in 2020 and 2001, 20 years ago today. And ha 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 ha, according to anonymity. So with that, we got one more piece of niche history to do here. On this date in 2010, the 605th issue of Archie would go on sale on newsstands from Archie Comics. A 32-page book that would cost you $2.50 to get. Was part 6 of a storyline called Happily Ever After. Now I'm looking at the cover here, and based on the cover, I'm guessing this may have something to do with Archie and Betty getting married and having a family, I guess. That'd be my guess as to the storyline here. But anyways, on this date, 11 years ago today, in 2010, Archie number 605 would go on sale on this date. Go on sale on this date back in 2010. So with that, I thank you guys again for joining me. I know the count keeps getting screwed up by YouTube for some reason, but anyways, hopefully I will see you all tomorrow night. And don't forget, of course, Batcode and I will, of course, be still doing the historical retrospect. We'll be looking at, I believe it'll be October of 1936. I'll probably be featuring one, maybe two books, because there was one milestone issue, number 10 of New Comics, but also Funny Pages number 6 is due to the fact that there was a name change in terms of the comic title. So we may be looking at that. So, anyways, I thank you guys again for joining me. I appreciate all the likes and shares. And I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow night, particularly early and ready to go. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.